Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Morrowind. Well, last time, we went deep under Morrowind and took on a lot, and seriously, I do mean a lot, of flipping monsters. Still, this all seems to be worth it because we're moving in the right direction here. Up to this point, I've just been doing a work for our Malexia's underlings, but all of a sudden, we're getting jobs from the former goddess herself. So, okay. Step 1 today, we want to go and acquire Barrelzar's amazed bands. Though before we go, a thing of note here. Fedris did suggest yes, while he doesn't know anything about the item, I might want to go and speak to Gavus if I want to know more, so, okay. That implies I should probably go check in with him about this thing, because, yes, there might be information there that helps me to track it down. And speaking of speaking to people, thank you very much to the folks in the comments who did let me know, yes, apparently what I ought to be doing pretty bloody urgently is going around to Morrowind, in particular, the temple in Godsreach, and speaking to everyone. Because apparently, 1, there's a whole bunch of stuff I have not stumbled across yet, and 2, some of it stops being available if you get too far down the main plot of Tribunal. So, okay, we will nip around town, catch up with a few people today. But yes, while I'm right here in the temple, let's start off with, what was his name? Gavus, and yes, you live in here, my friend. See what you've got to say about this mysterious band that Almalexia wants me to get. And right, Gavus knows what it is, but not why Almalexia would want it. So Barrelzar himself is a powerful mage. Quite powerful, in fact. He created the band sometime in the Second Era, and soon after disappeared. The purpose of the artifact is unknown to me. All I know is the lady wants it, so, okay. This might fit into, yes, what we just did a moment ago, going down underground to purify a very powerful shrine. It's possible Almalexia is just gathering powerful artifacts in order to, like, I don't know, use them as batteries to recharge her divine power, or something. But you know what? This is not good enough for me, okay? I want to know what this band does before I go and get it and hand it over to Almalexia, because concerns me that yes, no one seems to know what this thing is for. And I think I know precisely who to speak to if I want to learn more about this thing. And here we go, Berenzia. She's got this as a dialogue option, so I've heard whispers, but few details. Some say it's cursed, some say not. I can't understand why the goddess might want such a thing. If you want to know more, I suggest speaking with Teresa Aram at the Museum of Artifacts. She's got great knowledge about these things. Take care, because some things are best left buried. So, okay. It feels like, yes, maybe both Almalexia and Helseth have a point in their plot where you start feeling very uncomfortable about helping them any further. But okay. Museum of Artifacts. I think I saw the door to that in Godsreach at some point. Oh, and while I'm wandering around to Godsreach, actually, you good sir, did you enjoy that date I sent you on? Because what's-her-face, Marina, she seemed to be kind of into it, so, okay, Arya, there you are. I want to thank you for helping me find Marina. So alright, she's everything I ever dreamt of, and more. You helped me out, so I wanted you to have this. It's not much, but it's the least I can do for someone who's done so much for me. It's a family heirloom, so, oh, Raylan, I'm so sorry. I am swimming in enchanted family heirlooms. Like, you can have it back if you want. Alternatively, there is a good chance it's just going to get added to the pile at the top of my Doom Tower. Actually, you know what? This could stay. Like, a personality and speechcraft up by 5, constant effect, so just put that on before difficult conversations. That's not too bad, actually. That's pretty good. Although I'm now deeply concerned there's a possibility that, yes, next time I pass by and speak to him again, he might say, oh dear, Marina dumped me, I'm so sad. Because, yeah, presumably he was wearing that belt recently, and it gave him more speech and more personality. So, possibly that's the reason the date went well. Now, things won't go so well, so, oh dear. We might check in with you again later, good sir. Anyway, back to Godsreach, because yes, like we were saying, apparently there's a whole bunch of people around here we need to speak to anyway. Though, let's kick off with, yes, tracking down this museum. So, Yeah, that's the winged Gua. We can't go in there because I get attacked by a woman with a dagger. And it was not my fault. I feel like the police should be arresting her, not me. And there we go. Across the road by the Craftsman's McGibble. The Museum of Artifacts. So, right. There's Terasa. You're the person we were supposed to speak to. And yes, we'll get to your museum in just a second. Let's talk about the Mazed Band. So it may be no more than a legend, though there is no doubt of Barrowzar's existence or his power. It's been said that the Mazed Band was able to open rifts in time and space, or even the Gates of Oblivion. It's been said it would take one of divine birth to wield the ring. Some speculate that was how Barrowzar met his end. Of course, this is all conjecture. No one really knows what happened to the man or the band. All that was lost centuries ago, so... Right. And sounds like this is a very, very dangerous artifact, and rifts in time and space. Obviously, time travel of a sort does exist in the Elder Scrolls universe. The Elder Scrolls themselves can be used to mess with time. So in theory, what if our Alexia is planning to, yes, go back and meddle with history a bit in order to change how stuff happened, so that, you know, she didn't end up ultimately losing her power. Not sure we should be giving Almalexia the power to time travel, potentially. That seems bad. Based on what Vivek was saying, yes, she might not be in a good place right now. Giving her a time machine may be a bad call. Still, while we're here, let's talk about your museum. So, privately funded, it's an effort to collect and display many artifacts from this part of the world. Should you wish to sell something you feel the museum would be interested in, bring the item here, and we can assess its value. Be warned though, theft is a serious matter, and will probably lead to a death warrant for anyone foolish enough to attempt it, so... Okay, very serious warning there. Don't rob this place, got it. And in particular, you want to purchase unique artifacts from all over Morrowind. If you've got anything we might be interested in, we can discuss specifics. I can tell you up front though, the museum is willing to offer half the total value of any artifact sold, up to 30,000 gold. So, you say you've got a limited budget. That's a very generous budget, Terasa, but... Okay. When you say unique artifacts, is this like, you know, where in theory, you could dispose of stuff that doesn't suit your build? Say, I'm all about blunt weapons, so I could sell you a sword, like I was about to say, like, keening, which I think I've got on me. I probably shouldn't sell keening. That's, like, important. We might need it for something in the future, for, like, saving the world or whatever. Oh, and speak of the devil, right, we've got giant piles of artifacts listed in her dialogue options right here. So yeah, she will buy, like, Daedric artifacts and whatnot. And immediately, yeah, Hersine's hide, 30,000 gold, so... I mean, I can see how this would be a good way of making dumb amounts of money for late-game enchanting and whatnot. But on the other hand, I kind of like my display of legendary items up at the top of my Doom Tower. Like, me and Terasa are kind of in competition here. To be honest, I've kind of got my own museum display, back in Vardenfell, so... okay, I might come back to you later. For the time being, though, I want to keep my stuff, Terasa. Oh, and delightfully, she's even got a book here describing various artifacts, so... okay. Some of these, obviously, I've got on me, like the Ebony Mail. Some I don't have yet, the Lord's Mail. But just out of interest, is this like, you know, a list of every single flipping item you might be willing to buy? Because, I mean, it's a very generous list, blimey, you're willing to buy a lot. Okay, so upstairs here, presumably, this is going to be where, yes, artifacts end up being stored. Though, by the looks of it, you've already got, oh, blimey, Stendar's hammer. Up to damage 1 flipping 100, though, John, it weighs 1,000. I was literally about to say, well, we're definitely stealing that. Because amazingly, that's even stronger than, yes, the Mace of Avar Stonesinger that we got from Blood Moon, but, yes, 1,000 weight is a bit of a problem. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go and get the ring that we've been warned is probably a terrifying nightmare time travel device or whatnot. But I'm gonna look at its enchantment before we hand it over to our Almalexia, okay? So it's possible that, yes, well, I was about to say this is the point we stop working with Almalexia, but I've already stopped working with the king, so, okay, might need to pick at least one side to keep working with, even if I'm not entirely happy about it. But for the time being, yes, we're here in Godsreach, and let's just mosey around every house, see potentially who else is floating around inside. Because yes, as I think I noticed last time I was passing through to the newspaper, the apprentice here is gone. He was saying previously he wanted to, like, go off and have adventures, so,
Need custom
okay.
armor.
Right, you're willing to acknowledge that's happened. Damn that cockered, scrib-sucking son of a Hammerfell whore. He left me just a few hours ago without so much as a wave goodbye. Just walked out the door. Don't worry, Bowles, I'm pretty sure he's going to end up dead in the sewer in a matter of hours, so, right. He needs an apprentice now. If he finds an able-bodied young person looking for work, let them know I need a new apprentice. So, okay. Look out for anyone who might be after a job. Right, back to the pub in case I've missed anyone in here, though, yes, we may need to calm the lady upstairs if she's trying to attack me with a dagger still. Mosey downstairs? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people here. Some of them not willing to speak yet, so, right, I'm guessing a different mission will send us to you at some point. Meanwhile, poor Thurdener here is apparently not having a good day. Well, my life isn't exactly gold cannet sunshine happy at the moment. More like a bungler's bane bummer. Got laid off from my job at the pillow factory last week. The market for pillows has really bottomed out over the last few years. Turns out the average family home doesn't need 25 pillows per person like we originally thought. Who knew the market would turn sour so suddenly? So, okay, Thurden. There is a woman on Vardenfell in Balmora who would be very, very happy to have a pillow shop set up locally. Okay, she cooking loves pillows. I also enjoy that this guy has an entire very long backstory about how ever since he was a child, his dream was to be a pillow craftsman. And he's deeply sad those days appear to be over and, seriously, there are still very much pillow connoisseurs over in Vardenfell. You're just in the wrong bit of Morrowind, my friends. And what's that? Bowles Insulin wants a new apprentice? Well, it's not pillow making, but it is work, so I might try that out. So, I'm gonna be honest, Thurden, I wouldn't give up on the pillow making. As I say, go to Balmora, open up a new store. There is a market for you over there. Oh, and this is interesting. There's what's blatantly a scam game going on in this pub. So, Garm Sells wants to play a game of shells. I put the coin into one of these shells, then mix them up. All you have to do is tell me where the coin is, and you'll win double your money. So, okay. I'm gonna say no for the time being, because... hang on. Okay, right now I've got no apparel on me that boosts luck, though I think I do have some back at the tower. But I am gaining 20 luck from Sunda, so my luck's up to 62. Luck of the Emperor would give me another 20 points of luck for 82, because surely if one stat's been tested in this game, it's going to be luck, so go on then. Use Luck of the Emperor for the very first time, so presumably, yeah, that's a power that can be used once a day. Hands down. Luck's now up to 82. So, okay. I'm going to give this a go, because I feel like I could potentially win. And screw it. I'm going in for a full 1,000 gold here, so... he takes 1,000 gold. So, right. And I just lose. Don't even get to, like, you know, choose left, central, right. Okay, I'm going in again for another 1,000 to maybe 500 on this occasion. And I've lost again. Okay, just one more, 500. Lost again. Count me in. Just 100 on this occasion, and... okay, obviously, when I bet 100, you should let me win, and then, you know, encourage me to bet to 500 going forward, so, you know, I would keep playing. So, dear oh dear, Garms, I feel like I could be running the scam better than you. Obviously, you let the customer win the very low-stakes game, then offer them the higher-stakes game, where you take the money back. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I've lost another, like, 3 times in a row, so... I'm just going to stop throwing money away at this guy, because when I gave money away to Gaynor outside, that didn't work out, so hopefully this guy doesn't come and challenge me to a fight to the death in Daedric gear in a week or so. Oh, and better, Hessiana has 1, stop stabbing me, and 2, potentially has some work for me. So okay, My usual bouncer grub didn't show today. Probably got lost in the pavilion again, the orcish ninny, and... okay, wouldn't say that to me, I am myself an orc, but fine. Would you be willing to stand in for him? All you have to do is make one sweep through the bar crowd. If memory serves, we don't get too many people coming and going this time of day, so... okay, this might be a good opportunity to get some revenge on that gambler downstairs who blatantly just conned me, because maybe I could just go and toss him straight out. So, if they're drunk or unruly or just a bad character, throw them out. Report to me when you're done, so... okay. There was the guy upstairs who was very drunk, who I beat up, but fine. He's gone now. That's fine. Then there's you. You aren't, no. You're not Half Pockets or whatever his name is. You're Denegor. So, oh dear. You appear to be very drunk. And also, damn you, you dirty orc. Right. Saying that to the bouncer, good sir, not a good call. So you, sir, are now going to be leaving. Please come with me, or ideally, please don't. Because if you draw your sword first, I could just hammer you to death.
I'll see you dead.
And oh dear, you'll see me dead, will you? Well, let's see how that works out for you, my friends. So he's just going to, oh dear. You sure you want to do this, Denegor? I'm feeling sorry for him at this point. Then again, this might be a good way of doing some block trading, quite frankly. Like, how's my block these days? Block is, okay, 53. So then punch me. That was a successful block. 59. I'm just going to take a point of block off you, my friend, while you just keep trying to punch me through the shield. Once we're done with that, maybe, just maybe, then again, John, you probably shouldn't just hammer him to death. Like, we're in a pub. Maybe we should be playing by, you know, pub brawl rules, where only punching is allowed. There we go. Block goes up to 62. So, okay. Just to turn that off for a second. And now we're just going to punch you for a bit. And obviously his health's not going to go down, but it's not supposed to. I'm now over encumbered because, yes, I've not got the mace out. And the mace is giving me bonus strength, so that's fine. But if we just keep punching him, eventually his fatigue will run out. When his fatigue runs out, that will be good. Though, John, you've literally got a spell for precisely this purpose. So, hang on. Punching is for losers. Just to cast that on you. Lovely. Put the spell away. Fist out and... okay. You've now been punched to the ground. Good. Good, good, good. So he's been subdued. Excellent. And okay. The journal's implying I'm on the right track here. What I ought to be doing is, yes, punching people, not murdering them with a hammer. Right, hammer back out so I can actually move. Who else wants to cause trouble or potentially not? So, you. You, sir, weren't willing to speak to me before. Just still not. Right, well, that's rude. I'm the cocky bouncer on this occasion. Thurden, you're fine. You're just looking for a job. Oh, and here's nice. No trouble with Mitana here. However, latest rumours from her specifically talk about that chappie who just hustled me. So, right. Apparently he just moved from Vardenfell, where his reputation as a cheater was already well known. So, okay. You, sir. Time to get that revenge on you I was talking about. So I know you're hustling people, particularly me, because you just hustled me a minute ago. You're going to stop right now, and ideally pull a knife on me, so I've got an excuse to murder you and take my money back. So okay, he promises if he can stay, he'll give everyone a fair odds. I'm good for it, and I know you're good for it. You're good for it, because you're sitting on several thousand gold you just scammed out of me. But okay, let's test this right now. So, count you in, 100 gold. And we failed, okay, 100 gold. Failed, 100 gold. Okay. On this occasion, we actually got 200 back, though, when you say fair odds, you're offering to double people's money in a game where, you know, you're going to be right a third of the time. So, I mean, that's basically still a scam, though I guess now at least it's a transparent scam, so, okay, fine, I guess you could stay. So I took care of a drunk and I got a hustler to stop hustling. Grubber couldn't have done a better job himself. Here's your payment. So, nice easy 1,000 gold. Lovely. So okay, next up, just a mosey around town and see what secrets are waiting for me inside each of these houses. Step 1, Gion Oline. Hello there, good sir, and oh,
What's this then?
I was about to say I like your outfit, but I'm also kind of getting evil cult vibes from you. And alright, he claims to be a collector of fine artifacts. Which is strange, because there's a museum just next door that's also a collector of fine artifacts, so, okay, possibly this guy might be willing to make me a different offer of some description. He's got a good collection of rare items, some of which you see displayed here. Currently working on the last piece of a set, a very rare Droth dagger. It's been a challenge to track one down, so, okay. By any flipping chance, would you be willing to pay very well if I got one from the undercity or something? Crafted for a group of Dunman nobles, each bearing the mark of the owner. Of course, it takes a trained eye to distinguish one from a normal dagger. I've acquired all but the Droth dagger, but recently been made aware that the widow Aunt Sir Fendus is in possession of one. Would you be willing to help me retrieve it? So, right. Fendas, there'll presumably be a Fendas manor somewhere round here. And right, her husband who recently died had a fair bit of debt, so potentially she'll be open to selling the dagger for a good amount in order to deal with those debts. Gotcha. And whatever I choose to do, this guy's willing to pay for it, so I could pay her, then he'll pay me, or alternatively, if I just steal it, I can make a good profit, but no, I don't really want to, like, rob a widow who's currently in debt. That feels wrong to me. And speaking of which, right. There's a whole bunch of daggers here. I'm guessing these words are supposed to mean something to me, and that one I swear I've seen before. Irian or Irian. I swear I've seen that somewhere else, but I cannot place it right now. Still, that's a good starting point. Let's see if we can track down, yes, Fendus Manor. So, literally right next door. I'm gonna be honest, sir, if you knew the dagger was here and you wanted it and your next door neighbour owned it, and was also in need of money and you've got money, why didn't you just come next door and offer her the money in return for the dagger? So, is this about the estate sale? I'm not quite ready yet, you say. Looking for a particular item, or did you know my husband? So, okay, let's be nice, pass on condolences, etc, etc, so, okay. We served in the Imperial Legion together. We both worked for the Fighters Guild. No, I didn't know him. I feel like I shouldn't lie, because I don't know what he did or didn't do. Though I will say, most Dunmer seem not that keen on the Imperial Legion. You don't see many Dunmer in the Imperial Legion. But I'm not going to work under the assumption that means Fighters Guild is correct. I'm just going to say, no, I didn't know him. But right, if you didn't know him, why are you here? And I am indeed looking for a particular item. So the dagger. I think I recall seeing one, but I can't remember where I put it. One of these chests, maybe. So, okay. Potentially, yeah. She might be willing to sell it. We've got to actually find the damn thing first, though. Oh! Okay, had I seen this stuff at first, possibly, yes. At that point, I would have been able to just say he was in the Imperial Legion. That's fine. This looks like pretty compelling evidence it was the Legion. The problem is, these chests are marked as, like, owned. So if I crack them open using magic, and she sees it, she might officially think I'm doing, like, a crime or something. So, okay, but if I want to, like, find a key, that might be acceptable, potentially. And yeah, it could actually be anywhere. Though in particular, yeah, I can't see it out and about. There's 2 chests and 2 lock boxes here. I've got the magic to open up all of them. Sorry, 3 lock boxes. There's 2 on this side. I could definitely crack these open. And by the looks of it, her perception's not great, because I actually just went, you know, hidden there for a second. I tell you what, best option's going to be just go full chameleon while we do this. Right, now we're nice and invisible, we can just crack open everything, and no one's going to object to that, so, okay. Got 30 seconds, that's just where she keeps all her cutlery. Please. Well, that was not my fault, okay? I'm supposed to be invisible, but... well, fine, as I'm, like, you know, committing crimes right now, I may as well commit further crimes. I was literally trying to... She keeps looking at me at precisely the wrong cocky moment. It's not my fault, I'm trying to help out with the cooking estate sale. Okay, I found it in, yes, the toughest locked chest right here. So, there is gold here, which I shouldn't take because she's a dad, so... okay, the value of this dagger is only 500. We have taken the dagger, but I am willing to just, like, you know... oh dear, you have to wait for the auction. Can't keep breaking protocol. I'm going to leave the money, but take the dagger. And also, I feel like the guards are potentially going to arrest me the moment I step outside. Then again, the bounty is only 15. That's not so bad, but be aware. They'll confiscate, yes, anything that's stolen on your person. So, the dagger is stolen. Hand the dagger over to what's-his-face before you turn yourself into the police, because otherwise, yes, there might be trouble. So, here's the dagger. Lovely. And he's willing to pay 800 gold. Marvellous. Though I do feel like I just walked into, like, you know, a grieving widow's house and then stole her stuff. So, I don't feel great about this one, no. Also, officer, I'm going to be honest, I've definitely committed one small crime here. So, there we go. 13 gold has been paid. We are all chill. We don't get taken to prison here for some reason. Possibly there is no prison in Morrowind. I'm not sure. And okay, Velas Manor, we've been into already, though, John, be aware. Some buildings have also got upstairs. So, right. Sadri Manor, on this occasion. You're an acquaintance of Golena Sadre. If so, maybe you'd have better luck talking to her than we have. Well, I'm in the Sadri Manor right now, so I was kind of assuming that, like, you know, you would be part of the Sadri family. Poor dear, we've done what we can. She's not right in the head. No idea what could have happened. She was always such a sweet girl. Now she just babbles to herself when she's not lashing out at us, so, okay. Need to go and find Golena Sadri, and not to you. Hang on. It's this Golena. Hello there, Golena. Hang on, before I speak to her, speak to this chappie, just in case. Okay, speak with her before I say anything. It'll be clearer that way. So, right. What can we do to help you out? No, you're one of them. You can't fool me. Well, you'll never get your hands on it. It's safe from the likes of you. From all of you thieves. There's nothing for you here, just to get out, and... See, the problem is, when someone yells at me, you're one of them, there's a very good chance they're actually right. Because if she's had trouble with, say, the Thieves Guild, she was saying thief, I am a thief. I'm also in the Temple, and the Imperial Cult, Antals Telvarni, Fighters Guild, Morag, Tong, Ashlanders, Blades, Imperial Legion, Mages Guild, East Empire Company. Basically, yeah, she's going to need to be way more specific about which of them she's referring to. And apparently she's been like this for months now. No one can get through to her. We've no idea what it is, or why she's become so paranoid about it. Any attempts to discuss the matter have ended badly, some even violently. And that's why we bring a guard with us when we visit. As a friend of the family, I can't just leave her to her own devices. However, I have heard she was seen talking to Elbert Nurmark recently. So okay, time to see what's gone on that's got this woman a bit on the paranoid side or whatnot. And he's an enchanter over at the Craftsman's Hall, so okay, I know where that is, we'll mosey over there now. And yes, beyond that we had the Lethin Manor over there, and then there was... were you the... oh, hang on. That was the vacant manor, but there's also another door around the back here because, yeah, some of these buildings have got, like, multiple different entrances. Like, you know, the house has been cut up into smaller apartments. So, okay. Empty apartment here. Nothing particularly of a note as far as I can see. And what we've also got is... okay. Steam walls with old Dwemer mechanisms behind them. That's like, you know, a steam centurion. Just a basic Dwemer centurion spider McGibble. So, okay there, Mr. Flackus. You've got an interesting basement. Hello there, Orc. I imagine you've come to see my robot arena. I'm sorry to inform you there won't be any more fights for some time. Unless you can help me repair my robot. So, he's literally doing a robot wars in his basement. which is deeply delightful. So, right. He makes robots fight each other for entertainment, which is delightful. But I need to repair the bots if I want this to be a functioning Majibble. So, okay. He's a good enchanter, but what he needs is new parts. Go on then, good sir. What do you need me to get? 10 pieces of Dwemer scrap. Confession the parts I need on my own. When I get the bots repaired, maybe I can let you watch your fight. So, okay. Dwemer scrap is, yeah, officially a crafting component for alchemy. I don't have any on me right now, because, yeah, it's quite bloody heavy. But the annoying thing is, yeah, because it's like a miscellaneous alchemy ingredient, there's a good chance some shop, somewhere in Vardenfell, does sell it. But I don't know where it is, and I don't want to go back to Vardenfell and go round every single bloody town looking for it. So, the fact you've asked for this, and the fact you've got these at all, gives me a thought. Obviously, these came from somewhere. That suggests to me that somewhere, deep under Morrowind, there's gonna be a Dwemer ruin of some description. So okay. Possibly, yes, put this one on the back burner. I'm guessing, before we're done down in Old Morrowind, we're gonna stumble across an old Dwemer ruin where we can get what we need for this guy. So okay, that was his house. Then we've got, yes, the vacant manor. We knew there were some people downstairs, just in the basement hanging out. Probably plotting against the flippy king, because everyone's plotting against the king. Oh yes, whoever these guys are. They're not willing to engage with me just yet. So, right, possibly you're connected to yet another House of Assassination or something. And unless I've missed a door around the back of one of these houses, I think that's your lot. Oh, and while I'm passing by the Craftsman's Hall, Thurden, you feeling okay about your new job? Because seriously, I felt like you'd be happier as a pillow craftsman in a new pillow shop in Balmora. It would work out for you, I promise. So, okay, bare minimum, he seems happy enough for the time being. He's even given me some free repair gear. Lovely. But yes, that's not what we're actually looking for here today. I'm supposed to be, hang on, what was the name of the chappie? Was it you and not you? Hang on, there was definitely a chappie we were looking for.
What do you want?
But you were who we were after. We need to have a quick chat about... What was the name of that woman? I've already forgotten her name. Golena! It was Golena, there we go. And oh dear, I want nothing to do with her. And wait, what? Sorry, thought you wanted me to go see her. Not going anywhere near her again after what happened. It was fine when she first showed up, asking about enchantments and such, but when she had me look at those strange devices, it was clear I'd gotten in over my head. So, okay, Albert, tell me more. Started out with simple questions. She showed up every now and then, acting a bit odd, asking about what would be involved in enchanting various sorts of objects. I assumed she had a passing interest in the subject, till she begged me to visit her manor and help her with something she was working on. There were more than a dozen of them strewn around the place. Never seen anything like them before. Maybe they were Dwemer in origin, so... okay, I feel like I've stumbled across, yes, something important here. Not these individual missions necessarily, but there's a lot of Dwemer stuff floating around this district. Which strikes me as a good indication. If I go straight down into the Godsreach sewers and just keep going down, eventually we're going to hit something Dwemer. So he stepped close to get a better look at these things, and one of them shocked him. Took several hours to regain the feeling in my left arm. At the time I stumbled and fell, only to hear her laughing. She was upset they weren't strong enough. When I recovered a bit, I tried asking her what she was up to, and she exploded at me, accused me of being a spy and of trying to steal from her. She ran me out of the manor, haven't spoken with her since, so... okay, some sort of a weird enchanting trap that almost killed this guy. Why do I get the feeling this is somehow tied to House Telvanni? This just sounds like the sort of thing a House Telvanni would do. So okay, back to the house. Let's see if yes, either of those two people who are hanging out with her know anything about these weird Dwemer devices. Also, I only just noticed that yes, the guy who wanted me to collect trash, his name is literally Detritus Carrier. So okay, Bethesda was just having a fun when they made Tribunal. Got it. Oh, and this might be concerning. There's a guy outside the house, and you weren't here previously, like you were inside last time. But any chance of stuff gone a bit wrong while I've been away? Arya, you've got to do something. Stepped out for a breath of fresh air only to hear the door lock behind me. Then there was some horrible screaming, but now it's gone a bit quiet, so... okay. Crack open the door, locked to blimey. 90. That's fine. We can deal with 90. That is a-okay. Just crack you open. Lovely. But yeah, maybe like, be ready for trouble, potentially. So okay, step inside. Nothing yet. Weapons out. High alternator dead and... oh dear. It would appear that yes, she maybe had a secret entrance down to a little bit of the sewer. We've also got... ooh. Okay. Apparently these alternators have got a special unique gear. It's not just a different colour. It's got, like, you know, its own different name and whatnot. Though it's not quite as good as what I've already got. Like, close, but not quite there. And it's also a lot heavier too. Like, the shoulder pieces, yeah. Icy's 8 weight. These are flipping at 30. So, okay. No need to loot your corpse, good sir. Down we go into the residential sewers. I'm going to work under the assumption this is a bit of the sewers you can only access from this one entrance. And right, so there's a corpse down here. Was that the woman I spoke to upstairs when I first arrived? I'm guessing so, yes. So, right. Keep on keeping on. Weapons out. Forgotten sewer. What precisely are we dealing with here? And also, the journal has updated several times. Just saying we found a corpse, and also the trapdoor. So, okay. The corpse apparently had her throat cut. That's why it's in the journal here. Though, interestingly, not electrocuted, like that guy almost was. Okay, just to pop on a bit of a light so I can see. And what we've got here is a bunch of boxes, a bit of money inside, so no reason not to take all of that, I suppose. Right, keep on keeping on. What precisely is going on here? Because that would appear to be like it. Just a whole bunch of... oh, hang on. Unless are you hiding... hang on. That's hiding a trapdoor. But I can't get to that trapdoor, so okay. Last time I was in the sewers, there was like, yeah, a switch I could use to tinker with the water level. If I could get, like, you know, those boxes to rise up, I could maybe access the door down below, though, okay, no, John, don't wait. Get the light back on. I need to find a way to maybe fill up this room. Question is, how? I mean, down with the gang, yeah. That was like, cool. Hang on. Wanna crank, you say? That'll do the job, okay. So now we go here. Now, presumably, we can go to the Forgotten Sewer, but deeper into the Forgotten Sewer. Lovely. So, okay, we're underwater for the time being. That is fine. I can just give myself a bit of water breathing. Weapons out in case of trouble. Question is, yeah, if she went this way, how did she flipping do it? Well, there's even further into the Forgotten Sewer, though. Can I now, like, drain this water? There's a crank here. Presumably that will, like... still turning. Just turning forever, potentially. No, there we go. Now, that has now been lowered. So, okay. Raising and lowering water and whatnot. We go to the next area and, right. Now I know what that is. Basically like an electrical landmine. So I have a bit of a look-see here. Just some torches and nothing of note. One assumes that, yeah, potentially... oh. I was about to say I can just toss some magic at them, which I might be able to do. But right now, well, my magic's a bit low, but I'm underground. So pop on my curse robe. Now I've got like 131 magic, that's fine. So okay, if I just toss like a fireball at you. No, I think that was a bit too low. Okay, the problem is, that doesn't appear to have like detonated it or anything. Let's work under the assumption what this thing is about to do is electrocute me. Shock is a type of magic damage. So if I give myself a magic resistance by putting on the Saviour's Hide and whatnot, and yeah, replace the Ring of the Wind with, hang on, yep, fine ass stuff. Presumably at this point, if you try and shock me, what it's going to do is... oh, blimey, hang on, oh, okay. Gonna be honest, that was more powerful than I was expecting. Possibly it does, like, you know, flat, pre-scripted damage or something. Okay, question the next. Screw a Ring of Finance to actually keep it on just in case. Take off the Mentor's Ring. Could I use the Ring of Equity for this? Because that's ridiculous levels of spell absorption. So, logically, that ought to work pretty well. Because, yeah, if I put that on, then I should be able to just accept this magic, and it will just fill up my magic meter. So, I think that's precisely what's happening. Oh, yeah. Oh, flipping, yeah. Okay, I found the answer. I'm literally using your landmine to charge up my mana meter right now. So, okay. I think you're in trouble now, Golena. Because all of a sudden, you're not just, you know, not hurting me. You're actively making me stronger. I think that might be her at the end there. So, right. Let's just check the other direction first here. That is, yeah, a flipping dead end. This might be maybe the Skyrim door. Maybe, maybe not. Also, am I still, like, you know, protected by the thing? Not sure and uh-oh. I've run out of charge for the ring. Okay, that's fine. I'm still, like, you know, very magic resistant anyway. So that's absolutely fine when you think about it. Just, like, you know, do one sandwich and then just run around here over the top and then just getting over to here. That's fine. Help myself to ebony weaponry together with all sorts of bits and pieces. Okay, we'll be having that. We'll leave the ebony stuff because I'm getting a bit, you know, heavy on various bits and pieces. Anyway, 16. Oh, go on then. We'll take them too. I'll sell them at the market in a second. Then we just grab you, ebony broadsword. That one's too heavy. We'll leave the broadswords and just take, you know, these. Any chance of you just been, like, you know, luring people down here to kill them on? Nope, nope. Keep going, keep going. Bloody hell. We survived. It's all fine. Okay, my genius plan worked right up to the point where my ring ran out of charge. And there's also, oh, hang on. There's, what the cock is happening now? Are you firing things at me? Hang on. Someone's attacking me with, like, fireballs. I'm not 100% sure who or where or how or anything, but... okay, Golena, I'll give you. This was a very good series of traps. And by any chance you now want to engage in a big fight to the death inside this Doom Arena or something? Because I'm getting Doom Arena vibes here. So, right. Golena. I've rid myself of the others. None of you will get it. It's mine, I tell you, or all mine. So, okay. What precisely are you guarding here? Just get towards you and no using flipping. Oh, she's got paralysis gear. Okay. That is potentially dangerous, but I've got magic resistance, and I think you can resist paralysis with magic resistance, but okay, John. You can counteract this effect here. Just need you to recover from the paralysis. As soon as I'm able to start moving again. I think she's just refreshing the paralysis over and over and over again. So just heal faster, and she can damage me, John. She's trying to attack you right now. Does agility for dodge even work when you're paralyzed? Need to escape. Or her weapon needs to run out of charge. I think her weapon might have run out of charge, so okay. Okay. Now it's time to flipping go. Okay, now what we do is we turn the tables. If you're going to use a magic on me, I'm going to use magic on you. Just get over to here and... where is she now? Oh, she's firing bows at me. So, okay, just a blizzard. Blizzard is more powerful than... I think we shot each other's projectile out of the air and... okay, hang on. We also just... what did she just do? I think possibly our spells and arrows collided there. This is turning out to be a very cocking cinematic fight. Okay, get my health back. She's also losing health for some reason. And also, hang on, she's... where's she gone? She's right there. I just didn't see her. Right, toss the blizzard at her, and that should be enough too. Blimey. You were a tough fight there, and like, you know, seriously, that is some flipping Elder Scrolls action film stuff. Her firing arrows, me firing spells, and them colliding in mid-air or whatnot. So okay, Daedric Longbow, worth a good amount of money. We can sell that at the store, though. Actually, before we look at that, the Mace of Slurring. So, right, damages speechcraft, fascinatingly. Presumably, yeah, there we go. 20 cocking second paralysis arrows. Dear flipping dear. Full set of glass gear, which is, yeah, a lot lighter. So yeah, maybe I'll take all the glass gear instead. That's definitely easier for me to take out to the armor or whatnot. Bigger question, though. What precisely was she guarding with her life down here? Because best as I can tell, this room was, yeah, a bit of a dead end. I'm not seeing any way to go any further down this direction. And there's no trapdoor at the bottom of this pit like there was in the previous one. So, was it just that treasure that we saw like a second ago? Because if so, like, the stuff you had on your person, the armor and weapons, they're worth just as much as that stuff, Golena. Still, best as I can tell, no Skyrim doors, so I've just waited down in the sewer till I got enough charge back in the Ring of Equity to get me back out again. Beautiful. So, right, that is definitely the answer to those guys. As far as I can tell, yeah, just back the way we came. So, back outside, though, I'm gonna be honest, it's not good news, my friend. Basically, everybody's dead. And if only there was something more we could have done for her. You understand, Daria? You had no choice but to defend yourself. You did the right thing. She was too detached from reality to recognize you. Or probably anyone for that matter, so don't feel guilty. So, now, gonna be honest, I wasn't feeling guilty, just slightly confused as to which precise artifact of the many she had on her was the one that drove her bananas. So okay, best as I can tell, that's everything I can take care of inside, yeah, Godsreach for the time being. Because, yeah, there's the Robot Wars business. Can't do that till I find myself into a ruin, which I suspect will stumble across down below at some point. And yeah, a couple more people just won't speak to me, so presumably they'll come up in other quests. So I've taken a moment to nip to the market to just quickly sell all that good stuff off What's-Her-Face's corpse. Getting me up to almost 100,000 cocky gold, which is delightful. But yes, there's one more thing I did want to check in with, which is I do distinctly remember someone saying there's also business in the temple I've not taken care of. Oh, and speak of the devil, right. The woman just up front here, normally she just asks for a donation and gives you like a small blessing or whatnot. But she's heavily suggesting I ought to ask about rumours. So I've heard there's a new strange disease going around. Neral Andoran, one of our healers in the temple, seems to think it has something to do with rats. You look like someone who wouldn't be afraid of rats. Maybe you could talk to her and offer your help. So, okay. Are we doing that old classic video game chestnut rats in the basement by any chance? And okay, it's the priestess in the temple round the back here. So, okay. The rumours about this strange new epidemic. And I could say I consider them to be exaggerations of the truth. Several people have fallen ill, to be sure, but it's hardly the epidemic some people are making it out to be. So long as you're here, though, maybe I can ask a small favour of you. So, okay, I can cure diseases, I'm good at restoration. If you need me to go around to do a bit of that, I could definitely look into that for you. And that's precisely where we're starting. So, right, Gaon Owleen, who I met just earlier today. He was the guy who, yes, wanted the dagger and whatnot. So, was the dagger maybe cursed? Like, is the reason he's sick because he has the stolen dagger? We might want to look into that, because items can be cursed in Elder Scrolls, that's definitely true. So I think, hang on, yours was... no, if that's the craftsman's house in the museum, that'll be you on the left here, if I'm remembering correctly. Hello there, my friend. So, okay, by any chance have we been dealing in cursed daggers or something? You got the dagger? Yes, I already gave you the dagger. This is about you apparently being not very well or something. Well, he's not got anything to say about the epidemic or whatnot. Just thanks for the potion, I guess I'll get back to my work now. Also, the dagger's definitely sitting right next to him. But he's asking for it anyway, so... I mean, just out of interest. If I just, like, you know, hide back here, behind you. Just wait 1 second. Just lose track of me for 1 second, my friends. Okay, steal the dagger from his table while he's not looking. Give it back to him again and... Okay, now he's saying I don't have the dagger, even though I do. So, okay, his dialogue's slightly broken there, dear oh flipping dear. I'm just going to leave the dagger on the table where it just was, okay? I'm sorry I just stole it, just to test whether I could potentially, you know, get infinite money off you by stealing the dagger over and over again forever. Oh, okay, hang on, hang on. Things have got a bit wrong while I've been away. I'm guessing these are diseased rats, aren't they? No, not diseased rats. Infected ones. Just came back to the temple to, turn in the mission. Right, so you're... I was about to say you're going to be dead, aren't you? But no. No. There's just rats everywhere. Luckily, I'm the Nerevarine, meaning I'm resistant to, like, you know, all forms of common disease. No. Bad rats. I feel like there's no rats just sort of flowing out of the basement down below. That's where they're coming from, isn't it? Right, Nerile. Things have got a bit wrong here, haven't they? Though fascinatingly, all she wants me to do is deliver another health potion to a guy out front of the temple. Nerile, I feel like we should be discussing the rats that are swarming this room right now, because are you not concerned they might potentially eat you as soon as I'm not here or something? Well, bare minimum, she's planning to, like, you know, cut one open, have a bit of a poke around inside, see what she can figure out while I'm taking care of this. Right, there's the guy right out the front door, bit annoyed he's not allowed inside, but okay, people are starting to be more and more concerned about this disease by the sounds of it. Still, give him the potion, he seems happy about that at least. Though I'm concerned that, yes, by the time I make it back to Nerile, okay, things could potentially have gone very, very wrong indeed. Like last time I was there, things were not looking good. Okay, bare minimum. No rats on this occasion, and more guards. So, okay, that's actually quite nice. While I've been away, she went and summoned more guards to outguard against all the rats coming up. This will be the one she just chopped open too. So, right, Nerile, what have you got for me? And okay, this could be, yes, quite serious, because, apparently, the Crimson Plague is behind this, and while I know nothing about the Crimson Plague, any disease where you put plague in the name, that's not a good thing. So, right. This hasn't been seen since the Second Age, just now resurfaced. Not sure how or why, but I know something must be done about it. Spreads easily and acts quickly. Now that you're one of the few people aware of what's really going on, I'm going to enlist your help in learning more about the reappearance. So, okay, this is basically the Black Death, but in Elder Scrolls. Got it. And okay, by the sounds of it, we're going to be following a similar tactic to what we've done previously. Just as, you know, we followed a trail of goblins to get to where the goblins were based, now we need to do the same, but with rats. Head down into the sewers under the temple's basement, and follow the rats until you find where they're coming from. So, bare minimum, rats are nice and easy to take care of, so, killing them, not going to be a problem. We just need to, yeah, track this down to a flipping source. And when you say this was last seen in the Second Age, that's roughly the same time that old Morrowind was destroyed, wasn't it? Like, that big showdown between a Daedric Prince and Almalexia. So, okay, I'm guessing we need to go deep into the ruins of old Morrowind, and that's gonna be the source, summing from when the city was originally destroyed. Still, having been roped into helping out with the Black Death and whatnot, how about we call it a putt there? But next time... Right, sounds like we're going back underground. Because one, the Black Death needs to be sorted out. And on top of that, do not forget, of course, we still need to get the terrifying time travel ring for Almalexia. Though, I suspect potentially giving that to her might be a really, really bad idea. So, okay, let's just go and get that ring, then have a very, very careful think about whether we really want to hand that over to her. So yes, indeed, plenty coming up next episode, so hopefully you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerds, and this has been Morrowind. Thank you very much, and goodbye. So okay, I've been outwitted by a butterfly and beaten up by a fish.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I didn't steal anything! I'm sorry, I touched the shoes while I was shoe shopping. Okay, I feel like I may have just, walked in on something. What about this person? Can we talk to this person?